I'm sitting in London, and today I have invited Alex and Ed, who founded Red Flag.
Well, first, we love you, Pearl.
I know, I'm
We're s-
lovable.
You are lovable. We're so grateful to be here.
Why did you found Red Flag?
I am queer and Asian, so is Alex, and we felt like there was a need of this community. Like, if we wanted to find like-minded people, we couldn't, or we struggled with it, in London anyway.
I'm so proud of you boys.
Thank you, Pearl.
Thank you, Pearl.
Yeah,
That means a
thank
lot.
you. Thank you
We
for
love you.
joining me. Hello, this is Pearl Lam Podcast. I'm sitting in London, and today I have invited Alex and Ed, who founded Red Flag. What is Red Flag? Alex and Ed, please introduce yourself
Yeah.
and explain to us, and explain not to me, but to the audience, Red Flag.
Well, first, we love you, Pearl.
I know,
You're
I'm
so
lovable.
We adore you.
I'm
We're s-
lovable.
You are lovable. We're so grateful to be here.
Can we just call you Mother Pearl from now on?
Oh no, it makes me age. Sorry.
Sister Pearl.
No.
Sister Pearl.
No,
Sister Pearl.
makes me
Oh.
feel like a nun. Sorry.
It
No,
does a little bit actually.
No,
Good point.
No.
Good point. We'll
Yeah,
workshop
Mother
this.
Pearl, Sister Pearl. I know I study in a convent school, but still, I
Ah.
don't need to be reminded.
Sorry, I know that's triggering, so let's not do that.
Okay.
So off topic. I'll talk about myself first. I'm Ed, co-founder of Red Flagged. I also work across brand partnerships and culture partnerships, kind of connecting brands with people across music, art, fashion. And I'm on the inclusivity board of Soho House. And just generally, I'm really passionate about bringing like emerging talents and creatives together and helping minority groups. So that's me. Who are you?
I'm Alex, and I'm the other partner of Red Flagged, and I used to run an event called Bang, which is one of the first, I would say, queer event that is offers something slightly different to the gay community. And now I have another adventure, which is called ASL, stands for Age, Sex, and Location. It's another queer techno party. So I'm really passionate about creating safe space for the community where they can be themselves and offer them alternative way of life. And we started Red Flagged last February, so it just come up
Yeah.
to over a year.
Just over a year.
And we are a platform agency, if you may. We want, champion the ESEA community, queer community through creativities. Very much like what you did for, the Asian contemporary artists back in the days, which is we are so much inspiration got from you. And what you did for them is absolutely amazing. And we want to maybe emulate some of that and continue to inspire people through all the creative industry.
Why did you founded Red Flag? What was the immediate push to found Red Flag?
Yeah, I mean, I think
go.
it came out of like a personal story.
Yeah.
I am queer and Asian, so is Alex, and we felt like there was a need of this community. Like, if we wanted to find like-minded people, we couldn't, or we struggled with it, in London anyway. And I was so inspired, traveling to places like Hong Kong, LA, and New York. There is such an amazing community for queer Asians. Like, I met some of my closest friends in LA through Queer Asian Nights. And like, I can't name many that are here in London. It's just not a thing. And so we felt like it was needed because I saw it elsewhere and I didn't see it here.
What is the difference between queer and gay?
Good question.
Yeah.
Well, I think queer kind of is used a little bit more. I think the community feels like it's a little bit more politically correct, but it spans across the LGBTQIA plus spectrum, whereas gay is just the one letter across that spectrum, which is the G, whereas queer really embodies, across all identities and sexualities. So it's used a bit more these days.
When you say that it is difficult to find all those events and occasions, why? because I thought that. I mean, I always have gay friends, and I always have gay mafia because they all stick together.
I love
They
you
all
calling
hang
that.
out together. They're always in a group. So
Yeah.
why is it so difficult when you say that you have to find, I mean, an enterprise, a social enterprise, in order to bring people together? Why so difficult?
I think when you say it, like it's difficult because in London they do have, like the gay clubs, the queer event, queer spaces, but I think they are predominantly very white. So they catered for specific, demographic or communities, and for being, Asian and queer, and a lot of them are immigrants. So it's very specific, and they really need something that's tailored to them, so making them feel seen and heard. And for us to start Red Flag is no brainer because we just experience the resonance with each other so much. The first thing when we first met, and we have very different experience like growing up. He was born here from parents that immigrated from Hong Kong. I was born in China. I came here when I was 16, and I'm very lucky. I think I come to terms with my queerness very well. However, the part of me that is with my identity, my culture, being Chinese, is something that is, a Chinese in UK 20 years ago, 25 years ago, is something that people, you feel very invisible. And when we first met, we bonded through our shared struggles. We have this deep understanding of each other, and we realized that's when my healing begin. And that's what's the inception of Red Flag.
Okay, so Red Flag is specifically a community for Eastern and Southeast Asian, right? Eastern Asian and Southeast Asian.
Yeah.
My God, you are completely separated group. Why?
Well, you know
Why
what?
don't you have a global group with no nationalities?
Well, we are a
question.
community for those that believe in the power of East and Southeast Asian voices. And so what you talk about is a demographic. A community is not a demographic. A community is a shared belief. And so all allies, everyone's welcome. We did a Lunar New Year party in February. It was so amazing. There were Asians there, friends of Asian people, allies, like everyone just celebrating together, a really safe, beautiful space. And so, we're not just serving a demographic. We are predominantly trying to support and enable a demographic, but we are for everyone, anyone who believes in the same thing. And
But I remember when I first met you, we have a long conversation.
You did.
And then you felt that you are being invisible. I mean, I never felt that I was invisible.
Yeah.
We still do sometimes.
And I actually thought I'm too loud. I never have a problem about invisibility.
The first comment we get at our events is, it's so amazing to see people that look like me in this space. And they don't
Really?
see that. Yeah. In London, it's like, no, I mean, Pearl, you are
went to
global,
school-
international.
No,
you are
I went
You're a
everywhere.
star.
I
You're
went to
in
schools
Asia.
that I am the only Chinese.
Right.
So I never felt that I'm any different from them.
But you were, right? Just in terms of like,
I don't even think like that. I don't
Yeah.
see myself different from anybody. I just
Yeah.
see that I am who I am. Who cares about?
and that's your superpower. And that's
and
amazing.
who cares about your skin color or what you are, where you come from?
Yeah.
You speak the same language.
Yeah.
I used to. When I was growing up, I very seldom hang out with Chinese. I don't even have Chinese friends.
Right.
Because I was in a school with, maybe in a school there's one Chinese or no Chinese.
Mhm.
There's no difference. And I felt really completely taken aback when you told me that you feel invisible. Because when you feel invisible, it's not your feeling because you don't give a voice. It's you yourself who make yourself invisible. That's what I always thought.
Yeah, I mean, it does come with a lot of self-love that is needed, or a lot of just like a feeling of community. I mean, you're lucky and blessed that you never had that feeling.
Yeah, I'm blessed.
We
I
experience we experience so many people that have that shared belief.
Really?
And that's why we created it. Because so many people felt like they weren't feeling seen. But actually through this process, and
When
as
you say that they don't feel seen, is because they're Asians, or because that they felt that they are discriminated?
I think it's more like the representation that is missing in the society. Like in media, when you look up a billboard, it will be like, 6'4", cisgender white man, 6 packs, blue eyes, and all of this that comes with it. But when you're not seeing yourself, like the first movie I've seen, not the first movie I've seen, the first all Asian cast, Chris Rich Asian, we all know about it. Like that was, I still remember that moment. Like I was sitting in the cinema, I was like, oh, Chinese people start seeing this is cringe. Oh my God, it's weird. But then within 2 minutes, I was like, I'm acclimatized. Like, oh, this is normal to see a bunch of amazing, creative, like talented Asian people on the screen, doing their things just like everyone else. And that representation is so important. I think that's the first time I realized, okay, the representation is finally like including us now. And that is so liberating,
Wow.
I
so
was in my
empowering.
20s. That's crazy.
Wow, you actually feel that. I don't see it in that way.
Because you can't be what you cannot see.
But
That's
this Chinese movie with all the Chinese there.
exactly.
So?
Exactly, yes.
I mean, don't you feel that, oh, if I am a white man and I see a Chinese, how come I'm not there?
Yeah.
You don't see that. Yeah.
Well, let me give you some stats, right?
Yeah.
Our first event was our music mixer. We did it. It's one of our first series with Soho House that we do. And it's like a long-term journey we have with them. And we wanted to do that because if you look at the music industry, it was around the time of the Brit Awards, which is like a UK recognizing, British music artists. You look at music charts. How many Asians are you seeing in the UK music charts?
There's
Barely
not
any.
enough Asians participating.
Pearl,
Come
there
on.
are so many Asians. There are so many Asians. You said you see so many. What are you talking about?
And you mean Asian singers, Asian performers?
Well, firstly, Asian singers, performers in the charts, of true lack of. Brit Awards, there was no nominations last year apart from Peggy Gou in the international category. And then you look into the industry. 4% of Asians are entry-level roles in the music industry. That is tiny. You think about the population, that's not comparable to the actual ESEA population in the country. And so, I'm purely just talking about the music industry right there.
You have to be 10 times better than the other in
Yeah.
order to fly.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think also part of it is just people feeling like it's not an industry for them because they don't see themselves there. And so that's our role, is to make sure we do boost representation and we're, giving people the tools to feel confident. And
I think confidence is the most important
we
thing.
talked about that as well
Yeah,
before.
because without confidence, you don't have a voice.
Yes.
If you want,
Well said,
you
yeah.
want to be seen, you must have a voice. If you want to have a voice, you must have confidence.
And that's what we try to do, is we're trying to empower people, right? We're trying to give them the tools.
Empower is very important.
We're trying to give them the tools to learn and meet and network and, figure out what they want to do in terms of their industries. We did the art mixer too during Freeze, thanks to you being one of those experts, and all the kids are just queuing up, desperate to meet you. But you instilled such confidence and enablement in them, right? You gave them advice, one-on-one advice, and they felt so much more comfortable and confident. I think also in our culture, there's something about us feeling like shy, like we can't
Shy,
be
yeah.
loud. Like, you are obviously a very confident, amazing woman, but not everyone is that, and I think it's our role to try and make 50,000 pearls out running around in London.
Exactly, like Pearl yourself is a representation. You don't know it. It's like the power you have that inspired us. It's like, I want to be Pearl. Who
Yeah.
doesn't want to be Pearl? And all the other artists out there, they look at you like, oh my God, literally this light, this northern light, the guiding them. So you are representation. So representation is so important. Even you know it or not, even you see it or not, it's there or not there.
How about mental health? I read that one of the functions one of the missions that you're helping people is by mental health. So are there a lot of mental health problems with Asians? Because a lot of them won't even say it, because being Asians, you put everything inside. You don't go and share all your problems with people.
Yeah.
That's what Asians is about. We only show our strength.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't show our vulnerability.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
you don't
only
show
show our
emotion.
muscles.
Yes. I mean, where do I begin in terms like mental health problem, Asian is almost like synonymous. Uh,
Huh.
I think our parents didn't just like equipped us with a tool to like deal with anything that's emotional. It's like,
No, you're
you
not
know,
supposed to.
have you seen
Right.
these TikTok videos? I'm sure you've seen it. Like,
I don't watch TikTok
oh,
videos.
it's so funny. It's like,
But I will learn how to watch.
We'll send them to you.
Yeah,
yeah, but
send it
Sanju,
to
you
me.
need to see. It's really funny. Basically, it's this Asian kid said to his mother, "It's like, oh my god, I'm depressed," and the mother said, "You're not depressed. You're just hungry. I'll make you some dumplings." And then the kids said to the mother, "Oh my god, I think I'm overwhelmed." And the mother said, "You're not overwhelmed. You just need to find a wife." So like this sums up so well of Asian and mental health and my
Yes.
experience. Like you
Did
know
your parents ask you to get married? Why aren't you not married?
Of course.
exactly
Yeah.
all the
Did
time.
you tell your parents that you're gay? You're queer?
I did tell. Well, I didn't tell them. I think they found out through somehow
yeah.
miraculously.
Yeah, his is like a drama
Yeah,
series.
it's
Did
a
they have
huge
big
drama.
drama? Did they start crying?
Oh my god, and there was not. Yeah, there was a lot of tears at the end. But I think basically my brother's ex-girlfriend who outed me, they broke up, and I think she want to get back to my mom. It's very like crazy rich Asian, very like telenovela. Because my mom, she is like tiger mom. Like she always have something to say, always have a point of view. It's her way or no way. And then they broke up, and mom's like, okay, she was out of family, and she called my mom one day saying, "Oh my god, it's a shame I can't be your, like
Your
daughter-in-law,
daughter-in-law.
because that was the only chance to have a grand." She even have finished the word yet. My mom hung up the phone because she knows exactly what she was talking about. She's like,
No, if you're queer, you're gay, you can still have babies.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
But my mom, like, I have respect to her because she's very, she knows deep down. And I was like, okay, of course, she's my mother. And that for me, it means a lot. And so she confronted me one day. She literally asked me, are you gay? And by just listening to her verbalizing that word, it's kind of almost like, I don't know, I didn't expect that from her. So I literally closed my eyes the longest 2 seconds in my life, and I said yes. And we fight over it. She was crying, she was blaming me. But after 2 days, we had the same episode, same thing again, crying, tears, blaming. But then at the end, she told me that you are my son. I love you no matter what. And for someone who's like 70 years old, from mainland China, not very educated, very emotional, for her to come around in
It's a
2
big
days,
deal.
it's a big deal.
It's a big,
Because
big
a lot of
deal.
people, Western mother, they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's a lot, because for me, nothing changed in my life. But for my mother, like her whole life probably, upside down. She always want to have, a grandchild. Yeah,
You
she
can
got one.
still
at the end.
get a grandchild.
I know, right?
But mothers'
Yeah.
expectations, right? They leave.
They want
their-
it They want
Yeah.
it obviously in a traditional way, and that's actually one of the most popular topics in our mental health platform. We call it AA, Asians Anonymous,
Yeah.
and it's basically a monthly therapy session we have at Queer Britain, which is the first queer UK museum, and it's down in the basement. They're amazing partners of ours, and we have a queer Asian therapist giving a group therapy session to queer Asians, and it's stories like this that Alex, could share that really instills so much, hope, and like they just relate to the story so much. And family issues is probably like the number one reoccurring thing that comes up
This
in the
is so Asian.
Yeah.
Family,
right?
Yeah.
family issues happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asian.
That trauma is passing down through generations to
Yeah.
generation to generations.
You never
There's
have
no
pe-
stopping.
You never have peace.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
Yeah.
their way of showing
Even it's
love.
peace, it's not Asian.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's cute
Yeah.
how they show love, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
the
Yeah, yeah.
dumplings, the cut apples, the
Yeah.
whatever. But
Normal.
it's not like there's so much more for us to address. And I think when it comes to our demographic or the community that we have predominantly, they feel double marginalized because it's like they're Asian here in the UK and they're queer. So there's complexities and layers between being queer and Asian.
So when you first started, how did you market Red Flag in order to get your community? How do you build? How do you build your
How-
community? Yeah, it's only 1 year old, but how do you all started?
It was quite miraculously, actually, because
We were quite lucky, yeah.
we've been talking about it for a long time, and that after that time we were together on holiday in Ibiza, we just like
Well, having a wild time in
exactly
Ibiza.
Ibiza is the magical place.
It's a
of
And
magical
half
place.
drugged out.
Well, too many margaritas, but it helps, like
Yeah,
help people
we
to
did
open
get
up.
tipsy.
So I think that's the moment we really connected, and we realized that we need to do something about it because oh my god, we've been talking about it for years now. So it was last year, literally the I think it was the Lunar New Year last year, 18th of February.
You went to Lunar New Year to Ibiza,
Oh,
not
no,
June,
no.
July.
I mean the start of Red Flag,
Yeah.
Ibiza was the summer before
Okay.
Lunar
the
New
summer
Year.
before, yeah. So we had our first activation, and that when we had almost 300,000 view, 300,000 view, like
In-
beyond our
How
wildest
did
dream.
how
In
did
like
you
5
first
days.
market it?
We just did a video.
Yeah.
We worked with our friend who's like a designer, and we did a manifesto video, which was basically what we stand for, some of the hate kind of crime comments that we get, just things that we heard from our community and things that we
Yeah.
feel like we face in real life.
Like representation, all of that lack of it, people really resonate with it.
Yeah.
So
The stats around the
Resonate
rise.
all that.
yeah.
Yeah. And then everyone started sharing it. We had so much support. We're quite lucky. Some of our friends are public figures who have a massive following. They were sharing it too, and it went viral. I mean, over 300,000 views in 5 days was like mental, and it kind of started from there.
Yeah, it propelled us literally from there.
Wow. And then do you do any advertising then?
No, we need some money for that.
Not paid, but our community is out there promoting for us. Literally in AA, most people coming back literally bring their friends and their colleagues, and the word got spread because we are at capacity. To be honest, we're having about 15 people every day, every month. The nature of it, you can't have it too big.
How do you raise funds?
We have put our own money sometimes and effort and time into it for the last year.
So audience donate to Red Flag.
Yes,
Link
potential
here.
investors
Red
out there.
Flag have to
Yes.
donate to them.
Please
Yeah.
get in
Thank you.
touch. We really need it. If you think this is something you're passionate about, any queer Asian philanthropy out there, pro, if you know any, please let us know.
Yeah.
We
We have
also
to
have,
advertise it out.
We also have like brand sponsorship too. So obviously my experience is through brand partnerships. And we've been able to kind of almost sell our kind of activations to brands so that we can get funding to actually make those activations happen.
So how many brands did you collaborate with?
So far we've probably done like a handful, probably like
Yeah.
5 or so.
Even more than that, actually.
Probably more,
Yeah, we
with
have
more to come.
Yeah, we have Soul House, Tico Tequila. We have
Ciroc.
Yes.
Like a bunch of brands, but Ciroc in particular actually sponsored a fashion week dinner we did. We brought together Asians in fashion all together, which was amazing. It was co-hosted with Chet Lowe, Izzy Do, and Asai Tar, 3 amazing Asian designers in the city, and they all brought together the Asians that they knew in the field, because there's never a moment where we all just get together and talk about being Asian in fashion, because they have similarities being in the field. And there's, it was so great to have them all connect, sit down, have dinner. Ciroc sponsored that for Fashion Week. We had photographers, models, nail artists, designers, videographers, like a whole bunch of people in the creative field. And that was just amazing. So that was really exciting.
It's amazing to see like all these Asian people just in one room, all these Asian faces. Like, you can have a top designer to the grassroots, all of them in one place. And, it's all like, because we were talking about representation, representation is everything for us. Because how can we change that? How can we change that? It's a long game, right? It's been going on for years and years. But I think by creating the safe space, like the fashion event we have, the art event, in itself is a representation. So it's like, these all these tiny small wins that accumulate into hopefully a societal change one day, and that's what we're trying to do here.
So how many times do you have a community gathering?
We
try like monthly, pretty much. is the
Monthly. Wow, that's
frequency.
not bad.
We have more than that last year.
Well, actually, more. I mean, we definitely have monthly because our our therapy is absolutely monthly, and then on top of that, we typically have maybe one.
When you say a monthly gathering, how many people will be there?
it varies. So sometimes we want it to be intimate, because sometimes intimacy is power. And then sometimes we want to bring as many people as possible. So the Lunar New Year one was like over 100 people, which is really special.
So how much time do you both have in order to invest in Red Flag?
Oh, can you see the eye
you're
bag?
very busy.
Why are you asking?
You're very busy, right?
We
So
are.
how are you going to put your time to invest in?
It just means so much to us, and it means so much to everyone we talk to.
So it's your passion.
It's our passion.
It doesn't feel like working. It's like something we both very not. I wouldn't say even enjoy. We're just passionate about it. It's what we do. It's like, enrich our life in all the ways I can imagine. You know, things.
And through that, you must have met many friends as well.
Absolutely.
So many,
Yeah.
so many, like special people as well. Amazingly talented Asians too. When we had this idea in Ibiza, because we're Leos, both of us, so we're just
Me
like,
too.
yeah,
Oh,
right,
no way.
Yeah.
period. So we're all trifecta
me too.
Leos, and so we just connected like crazy. And I said to him, I want to help other people meet their Alexes, and he's like, I want to help other people meet their Eds.
Yeah.
And we managed to do that. In the music mixer, we had a journalist from NME be there, and then we also had a music artist, Jason Kwan, and they met after the music mixer that we'd created, and she interviewed him for an editorial on NME.
Oh, that's great.
And, we were in the Trans March a few weeks ago, and someone that came to our Lunar New Year event came up to us like, oh my God, hey, good to see you. Like, I'm having lunch with Elaine, who I met at your Lunar New Year party next week. And that is proof of formula. Like, they're meeting their Alexes. It's happening.
It came a full circle. When you see that the fruit of your labor, like, wow. It still is kind of surreal because
So weird.
we just want to do something. We didn't expect to see, people coming up to me
So
saying stuff.
when we said that the community, so does the community register with Red Flag, or you just made an announcement and people just come and
That
gather?
really-
Yeah. And
As casual as that right now, yeah.
there's like, there are actual people, and there's also these invisible ones that you probably reach through social media. And the community we built slowly over time, but
So you have no discrimination whoever call you, whoever come in.
No, as I mean, by the way it's advertised and when they see our community, they pretty much are allies. Like, it doesn't reach people who are going to be racist. It just doesn't.
What are you thinking about the future? How are you going to develop Red Flag? Are you going to make it an international thing, or what is your global thing? What is your plan? What's your plan?
what is our plan? First of all, the funding. So potential investor
Yeah.
out there.
Get out your
Money,
wallet.
get out your pocket.
Exactly.
Your
If we
wallet.
have some funding, so we can really do amazing things with it. First
Yeah.
of all, amplify the things we do with AA.
Yes.
We want to take into
But it must be very interesting that you even supply psychiatrists, psychologists to deal with people's mental health.
Yeah.
It's like the AA, that you have a group talk and all that. That's really amazing.
It's we can't take all the credit, we have to say, because we have working with amazing partners like Queer Britain, which is first ever queer museum in London. I'm sure you know.
I don't know. Where
Oh
is
my
it?
gosh,
Oh.
King's Cross will take you.
Yeah, please. I love to
Yeah,
see. What
you
is
would
the,
love
what is
it.
what is the museum talking about? Queer music.
all queer
there's so-
histories.
it's incredible.
A queer culture, which is the first.
Oh, we should do a podcast on queer.
Oh, you should definitely. You
yeah,
should do one
queer.
with Danbo, maybe. He's
Is that-
Danbo, yeah.
He's a trustee for Queer Britain, and also he's
Asian, yeah.
the director for Susby Institution of Art, and he's actually one of our experts at Art Mixer. So if we have funding, we can amplify AA, because AA now we can only take on 15 people at a time, and it's something I want more people to benefit from it.
Too
We-
limited.
Yeah, it's too limited. We've been in talk with university, all the university across London. They have so many international Asian students. If we manage to push that into university, have collaboration, that can benefit so much for international students who come to London at such a young age to be away from the family. And I think that would be really, is a change for the society for good.
Scaling that would be incredible, because we can do more sessions. You can offer free one-on-one sessions remotely. You can, we can really expand AA to be so powerful. Like, we literally change lives in these sessions. Of course, it's confidential. We're going to talk about what happens in the sessions, but people are it means so much to these people that come. It's incredible.
But it's changed my life, personally,
yeah,
because
same.
before AA, me and Ed, we attended every single sessions we at AA.
Yeah.
And it's confrontational, it's sensitive as it may, but I'm so glad we did it, because I addressed, that's one of the challenges from AA for myself personally, because I addressed those, repressed sensitive emotions. It's been there for so long. And I just never had the courage to do it, because first of all, reduce the cost for it's zero cost for anyone who are attending it. We make an absolute safe space at Queer Britain, and our therapy are Asian and queer, because talking about difficulty of finding a therapist, mental health, it's impossible to find a queer Asian therapist.
Really
popular.
hard, yeah.
So we all of this, and when each time when we organize the event, me and Ed, we are working together with the therapist. So make sure it's a safe space. It's a topic that is not too aggressive on the nose, but still encourage people to join and open up.
So this is only one plan.
There's only one.
Yeah. What is the other ones?
Well, I think we can offer so much to brands, actually, and that's something that we really want to
Because
amplify
brands
more.
once associate with Trump is now lifted
know.
diversity.
I know it is. That's a real challenge we're facing. Is
DEI.
that
Is it DEI?
exactly? Yeah, DEI. Yeah, but also on top of that, it's brands are hurting because the economy is in the
Yes,
shit.
of course.
Yeah.
And so their budgets are all going towards things that will drive conversion, paid media, things like that. And so community activations are becoming a little bit more, they're going more on the back, they're suffering.
Yeah.
And but it's our job to educate them and say, actually, because there's so many statistics that show that if brands attach themselves to authentic, diverse communities that promote inclusion, they will have better engagement rates on their social. They will have, especially the Gen Z consumer, they will have, they're more inclined to purchase. There's so many like benefits to these brands, and we are by Asians for Asians, and for queer by queer. So there's so much we can offer for them, and it's been working. I mean, we did a SWAT campaign. We've done a bunch with Soho House. We are talking to other major brands, and so it's exciting. We just want to keep doing that.
That's great.
Thank you, Pearl.
Yeah. It's such a pleasure to speak to you all, because, it's really important to look into benefits and to help people. I'm so proud of you boys.
Thank you, Pearl.
Thank you, Pearl.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thank you.
much.
Thank you
We
for
love you.
joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Boom.
And then you can have your dinner.
Oh my God.